You know, I keep staring at all this stuff, but it doesn't make any more sense. Hello one, hello all. My name is Mr. Bedoy. I am a forensic scientist from the world of mysteries, and we are here in the next episode of the Somnium Files. When we last left off with our intrepid heroes we talked to basically every person of interest we had found in the case thus far and had next to nothing to show for it. We found some chocolates though, for all that did us, considering that the person we are pretty sure left them there has severe memory disorders. We do have one, maybe hopefully lead, which is that we do in fact have ourselves another witness who has told us point blank that he has Somnium time, Nana. Hello, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you again. Anyway, we don't really have any particularly good reason to believe Oda knows anything he's not telling us, but we have nothing better to do, so into the Somnium. There's no branching paths on this one. All we have to do is find a way to neutralize this icy floor, so that Ota can go in and do the thing we already know he did. I'm sure it will make perfect sense. Alright, we can't pop open the map here. I don't want to see. We have the icy floor, the forklift. So if it comes to that, we could always try to kill him with a forklift. Hooray! One forklift is frozen, the other isn't. There's an ice cutting machine. Could we use the ice cutting machine
ice on the floor is slick.
I mean, yes, that is what ice is fairly famous for. Could we use the ice cutting machine to cut the ice that... I don't know. These Somniums are tricky because you have to employ dream logic. So, like, on the one hand, using an ice cutter to cut ice feels fairly straightforward if you just detach all other logic and look at it in isolation. On the other hand, we know this story ends with Ota, shutting off the ice cutter. So it can't really got any stupid logic like I do. Nana, that's it! With my vast intellect and your vacuous stupidity, we'll be unbeatable. We can rule the world. To some extent you have to guess, but if you understand the character whose son you're in, you can have a more educated guess. Well, I guess we're done for in this one. Anyway, it doesn't really make sense if the ice cutter itself were the option, because we know Oda's got to get to it at the end. What options do we have here? We can jump on the ice, we can punch the ice, we can slide on the ice, we can lie down on the ice. So if we were to apply... what does Oda think logic? I mean, right now, obviously, he's putting himself in the mindset of a tokusatsu hero, a Kamen Rider, an Ultraman, something of that nature, so just solving all of our problems with violence would be the most sensible approach. I'll probably stay silent because otherwise I will not be able to resist the urge to foreshadow and be ominous. I mean, I appreciate that, Monochrome, thank you. I mean, I do appreciate some nice ominousness, though. I would be wary of foreshadowing. Maybe we can jump it? Don't know how us jumping it would help Oda any, but And if there's one thing I do know about Kamen Riders from my limited experience with the franchise, it's that they really like jumping. So let's jump around, and hopefully get down.
The orthodox method. Understood.
This probably isn't gonna work.
Huh?
I mean, technically. Creep. I will certainly say that I can think this warehouse is very cool, seems pretty chill otherwise. Chill? You think it's chill, do you, Chrome? Chrome, mono, monochrome, what do you prefer to be called?
Are you laughing at me?
No, I was laughing and you just so happened to be in the air. Folks call me mono. Understood.
No, not at all.
Those who don't fight won't survive! Ah!
Okay, he clearly did not go, ooh! He went, woo! Like he just got declared not guilty of... I was about to make an Ace Attorney joke, but Nona hasn't played Ace Attorney. Fortunately, the handle mono is taken by an account that hasn't streamed in like 3 years. Oh. Man, that sucks. Within that bear's eyes lie no heart and no soul. Okay, here's the split. I assumed we were in our first playthrough, when we were doing our first Somnium, that these splits in the path were how we got in our branching pathways.
He's too strong! It sucks, but this is war after all!
Was the path that we got through to get our branches, but we've seen one in like every Somnium. Does this game just... I mean, Nana, you did say this game has like a metric fuck ton of endings, right? Maybe it still is. I don't like this stuff that's playing right now. She's strong.
Tessa! May the glory of victory be yours!
It's over.
Well, we had the utmost faith in Yoda. And look where that got us.
I suppose we have no choice but to find the glory of victory.
Alright, if we find any pictures of Tessa somewhere in the area, escort him to the green shelf or the red shelf. Which of these is less bullshit looking? What's on the red shelf? Nothing's on the red. No, there's a... what is that, a dog bone? A piece of rebar. There's a crane up there. The crane feels more dramatic. Okay, so if this is a branching path, what does it represent? There are many endings you'll be forced to play through multiple, which works very well in this game. I figured it was something like that. I've not played this game before, but I have played all 3 Zero Escapes, which, if you're a fan, I imagine you already know. Were directed by the same guy. Green good, red bad, green go, red stop. I was thinking... up on the green, there's nothing on the green shelf but the massive crane. Over on the red shelf, we have this... block? I came across this game by chance a while ago. Oh, really? That's surprising to me. Yes, I am a very big fan of Uchikoshi's previous, like, trilogy, the Zero Escape trilogy. Honestly, the only reason I haven't played this already is because I heard a lot of people saying this felt like an inferior retread of that. So if you enjoy this game, I'd definitely recommend grabbing those. The first 2 games are available as a bundle on Steam. And what was I saying? Right. So I feel like it would be more realistic to to assume Oda grabbed this bar to fight off the culprit, then to, like, do something fancy and show off he would like an entire crane. So if we want realistic info, we should go here. If we want, I don't know, something more emotional, or maybe just a red herring leading us to a bad end, we can direct him towards the green. That was the thought process that passed through my head. Would anyone like to vote, or can we just do what feels right to me? I want to know. I want to know what the story with these forklifts is. You know what I meant. Forklift.
Dante, you've got 4 minutes.
Yes, thank you, Pewter. I know how to
A
count.
forklift.
Huzzah! We can pray to the holy forklift. Oh, it's gonna take so long, but I kind of want to do it. Yeah, what the heck, you only live once. Forklift? Is that newfangled game the kiddos are going on about? Probably. Oh, holy forklift, what is thy wisdom? Time will not be used. Proceed. On one hand, I don't want to blow something like this. Fine. Can't take it with me. What does the first option say? I can't read it, my dislikes. It says sortie. Like, we get in it and we hit the gas and so on.
Please move!
Well, screw you too, buddy.
Taste.
As you think you're hot shit.
Not even accepted by Ota. This is the worst.
And that is probably the biggest blow to your ego you could possibly take. Alright, time to make some actual progress. I was saying last stream it was very uncomfortable going inside Oda's brain and seeing him think of other people, and specifically a woman, as being so tiny. Look at these plates all over the place. What do these
Attached to
mean?
the shelf. The cold has frosted over it.
Alright. Do we try to defrost it, or do we try to defrost it? I feel like punching wouldn't be the right answer twice in a row. Violence is never the answer, kids. It worked. I'm a genius. Will you all please stop talking about D? My god.
Yeah, D's don't really do it for me. They have to be at least an F.
Out is a Marvel stan. I mean, yeah, obviously, look at him.
There is no end to your desire.
Oh, back to work.
Alright, what do we make of
There
this?
seems to be nothing here.
Boo, boo, boo this man! Shun him! Shun him! Alright, it's got us nothing and nowhere. This oil drum is the closest thing to the scene.
An oil drum. Though it is lying down.
We figured out that an oil drum was used to move something earlier, but I don't think Oda was there when we made that deduction. And Asa didn't tell him anything when she tested him. Alright. Let's go rolling, 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 rolling. You're too tiny. Alright, now hold on, it's working. It's working. Unless Oda is the killer. If Oda actually turns out to be the killer, I will be completely flabbergasted. Oh, look, you see? The barrel says A set on it. Oh, Oda. Your mind is so tiny, there isn't much space for a lot of different stuff.
Acetone? ASAT?
But yeah, I've consumed a lot of mystery fiction in my day. There's not a lot of, like, who the culprit is that surprises me nowadays, but Oda has pinged absolutely nothing the whole time I've been playing. Like, I would find his mother a more credible suspect than him, I mean, really.
What is this?
This game's a big inspiration on how I try to structure mysteries personally. Do you write mysteries, Mono? Because I'd be very interested in seeing them if and you do, as they say down in the bayou. Now he's really getting huge. Alright, where were you keeping it?
No, I don't want to die.
Well, that makes one of us.
I eventually stopped thinking.
Oh shit! Was that a motherfuck?
That's Tessa!
No, Oda, that's a barrel. Little baby piss boy. Little piss baby boy. That's him. That's his name, don't wear it out.
Stand your ground! Oda Matsushita cowers to no one!
Oh, whatever helps you sleep at night. And lore's hidden through various puzzles. Ooh, fun. I'm gonna check that out later. Alright. We did the thing. Who's next?
I have to fight back with something!
Alright. Hey children, can you see what Oda could use to defeat the serial killer? Is it the frozen forklift? Is it the refrigerator? Is it... Alright. Oda's counterattack. Turn on the electricity. Here we got plates, the forklift, there's a power board. Needing to hit that before we actually grab the remote seems like the sort of thing this game would pull on me. But can we get up there in time? I wonder...
It appears to be a power panel.
My god. Can we throw something at it? That's the longest timer, that seems helpful.
This is an ice cold one.
That's not even a pawn. What are you doing?
Iba, aim for the switch.
Position target in the center and hit the switch. Position target in the center and hit the switch.
What is an Ava? Is that sort of a Freudian thing? Damn, I'm good. Alright. Time to cause some pain.
Now it will move! I can't stand. I'm weak.
It's no good. He's too powerful for me. Bleh.
Did he really help Iris like that?
Regardless of the truth, right now, I am Ota's last hope. I have to help him up.
This is annoying.
Date, for once in my life, I agree with you. Fucking out a week to finish the job. Guy's wearing a whole-ass mascot costume. There should be... We've got a bit, like a minute left. Is the hidden Hujma deal around here somewhere? Not super bent out of shape if we don't get it, but as long as it's in the area, we might as well. It's got costumes, low visibility, just run around the fucking... Yeah, didn't you see that one episode of Detective Conan that I can't talk about because Nana hasn't gotten there yet? He's probably just fall on his ass if he tried to fight you. Alright, remote control. What do you have for me?
A remote control. It fell when Ota ran into the shelf.
I haven't watched that Conan. Well, you should. That's my story. Push the button, Frank. Have you ever had to fight a furry before they adapt to their surroundings? A pretty great threat. You shouldn't fight furries, Nana, honestly. They're the ones who prop up our entire web infrastructure. Alright. Do we push the button or do we just smash it? Let's smash it, that sounds funnier.
Stupid.
Yourself.
No, it has to be this way.
In the end.
I see.
Oh, that was
A
fun.
remote control.
Alright. Push the button, Frank.
Here it goes.
I have the utmost faith in me. Boop.
I hear some sounds, but no response.
Okay, what does this do?
I'm not sure I should press it. Ota might need to.
Yeah, Ota.
Well, we're doomed. Oh, Ota, your hero complex is going to be the death of us all.
Iris is on the platform.
So we can see. Ears. Ears.
Tessa's catchphrase.
Yeah, if anything is gonna make her react, it's that.
Ears. I don't think Ears is streaming today, actually.
All right.
If it's stupid but it works, it ain't stupid.
Ears!
Head said, head, A said!
No, not you!
This will probably not help wake Iris.
I don't know, she certainly sounds annoyed enough. Or maybe that's just me predicting.
Iris is on the platform.
Can't wake her, can we?
Iris! Hey! Are you okay?
Doing alright, champ?
Tessa!
Just keep on cycling through all her names, you'll find it eventually.
Guess she's not waking up.
Iris is on the
I don't really think this is going to work, but we are all the way out of time as it is.
This is an ice-cold one.
You did that already, Iba.
Just throw it.
Yeah!
Boink.
No good, huh?
I believe that Ota has to be the hero of this story.
And he needs a little more motivation.
You gotta go back. Alright, can we
Dante,
Our broadcast?
please be done now?
What will happen to our hero? Tune in next week to find out!
Oh, go away.
There is no next week. Damn it.
Oh, no, we have to do it for the first... I'm not going back there, are you crazy? You might not have any respect for your own time, but I do. Would you like to restart from a game? I would like to select that, please. What do we even have left at this point? I mean, the girl's already on the chopping block. Do we just gotta fire it up?
A machine used for cutting ice.
When in doubt.
Iris will be cut in two if you turn on the power.
That's exactly what I'm hoping for. It's like whenever any anime features any enemy with the power to absorb stuff. Maybe we need to talk to Oda. I don't think he was an option, actually. Like, interactable. Anyway, every time there's any, like, enemy in any anime with the power to absorb enemy, they're always like, are you going to stop attacking it? No. I'm going to give it more energy. What? Are you crazy? But then they do it and the guy explodes. And even though literally every anime in history has shown that, it never works.
Are you thinking that might be the motivation Ota needs? It may only be a dream, but it could severely damage Ota's mental health.
How would you tell the difference?
You're right. I didn't think about that. Let's not do that.
Non-com Radiant, who are you? My name is Mitsuno Midori, and I am a forensic scientist from the world of mysteries. A parallel dimension where every work published in your world as a work of mystery fiction is in fact a true story. I am very busy. I'm also a fairly conventional variety streamer who streams damn near every day. Sometimes I play RPGs, I play mystery games whenever I can find them, and I play just, you know, fun, kitschy little retro stuff sometimes. Welcome aboard. It's nice to have you, Mono. Alright. Oda, can you please contribute something
Ota
here?
looks frightened. He cannot stand.
Yes, well, what a coincidence. I cannot stand him. Alright. I mean, they keep saying we have to motivate him. I guess that's an option.
Don't be scared. Stand up. Don't beg for it. Earn it. Do it and you'll be rewarded.
Oh, an Odeka 7 reference. Man, that's a deep cut. For those of you who weren't there at the moment, I did list Odeka 7 as one of my favorite anime on my debut day, which was, like, forever ago, it feels like. And we've made no progress in anything since then. Hooray!
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right! I can't be scared now! I have to stand up!
Oh my god, he finally figured out how to stand.
Now, count up your sins!
Okay, he's going to do this anyway, I see.
This!
I have the utmost faith that this is exactly how it went down in real life. Who even put that crane there? That is a massive, massive violation of OSHA standards. I mean, I'm pretty sure OSHA doesn't even apply here because we're not in, like, the US, the US, but seriously. It was blind luck that the guy that hit was a polar bear serial killer and not some innocent worker. And the one who...
Hit the limit. Time's up.
Wait! I can almost make out their face!
Pewter,
Force shutdown.
Do we have a reason to believe
Stop it!
Oda knows? In this case, it'd be a Geisha violation. Well, now we know. That knife. That knife was the one he gave his mother. But that makes pretty close to 0 cents. But hey, we did it. Sure by Mitsuda. Thank you, but that wasn't, it was nothing. I'm just doing my job. Now, rise from your grave. Not the mom being the killer, she can't. I mean, like, on a few fronts, actually. I mean, for one, there's the issue of if someone with a degenerative brain disorder could, physically do all this, because her brain, what am I trying to say? These murders have all felt fairly well planned out. Using, Renju's car.
What were you thinking?
Getting, the weights, the counterbalances, and transporting the body. There's also the issue of the chocolates we found behind that shelf, which we're fairly certain she left. We haven't proven that, beyond any possible doubt yet. There's also the issue that she was in, what was it, the 7-Eleven at the same time Ota was stealing the car to chase the culprit? Wait, I'm waiting. I'm waiting! I'm not actually waiting, you just write your thing and I'll react to it.
You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes.
Or else you'll explode. Maybe he's the next victim. Remember last time you said they seem to frame the next victim. That is a thing I said. But it still doesn't really seem to make sense. I don't know what to make of it.
Any longer and you risk getting your mind completely taken over by the subject.
Oh wow, that would be a fate worse than death, thank you. What a horrifying concept.
I know.
No, you clearly don't.
That seems pretty normal for Date.
This isn't just about you, Date. If your consciousness erodes inside of Somnium, you put the subject in danger as well.
He seems so impressed. Well, Date is a hard-boiled, loose-cannon cop who don't play by the rules. I suppose it only makes sense that he would be used to getting chewed out by his boss.
If I may?
If I might.
Fortunately, there were no abnormalities detected in the brainwaves after the sync. Date and Ota both read normal. Although, the timing was really close.
What was I supposed to do? You saw it, boss. You too, Pewter. I was about to see the culprit's face.
Not necessarily. We need to verify that Ota did in fact see the culprit's face.
And I can't think of a particularly good reason why the culprit would have shown.
That's the only way it could have ended up in his Somnium.
Well, Ota?
Huh?
You saw the killer's face at the warehouse, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see their face. If I did, I would have told you guys already.
You see?
Aiba?
I mean, I did try to get a look at them when the polar bear fell over. They looked like they were knocked out, so I tried to grab the head part. But as soon as I did, I got stabbed in my gut.
is what we witnessed in his Somnium.
Yeah.
So, where do we go from here? Oh, Shelf, what is your wisdom? I opened it up. It's stuffed with mysterious mushrooms. Maybe if we just eat all of them, we'll get so big that we'll be able to just physically fight the polar bear. There's a metal shelf by the wall. No, not mushroom. Oh, right. Nana, you have your little thing. Maybe pewter is the culprit. Pewter to shrooms confirmed. Confirmed. Main screen. That probably isn't the main screen. It's way up in the corner. Who even put that there? Literally nobody can look at that. Different strings of characters and numbers continue to scroll on the monitor. Alright, pewter, how screwed are we?
It's all right.
It's alright, don't nobody worry about us.
As I mentioned earlier, both your brainwaves are normal.
The fact that Date already has normal brainwaves is very surprising to me.
However, I'm sure there was some overload. You should go home and get some rest.
Peter probably did study hallucinations in order to develop the Somnium. And then... I mean, dreams are a very poorly understood thing from a scientific phenomena perspective, like... one of the least understood things about human biology we have. We know bad things happen if you don't sleep regularly, but we don't really know why. It's very confusing. Pewter is calm, as usual. Surprisingly calm for someone who dresses like a Team Flare scientist. No. So, how you feel? Nana, Nana, your thumb in my eye. Ow, 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 ow. Hi, how you feeling?
I've been better. I'm still a little drowsy.
Fierce neurotoxins build up in the brain. Sleep is important to clear them out. And that's also part of it. It is important that you get enough sleep, or else you will die of a deadly neurotoxin.
What about your stab wound?
My what? Oh, it hurts.
Doctor, it hurts when I do this. Well then, don't do that. Thank you. Thank you. Remember to tip your servers.
It started acting up suddenly. Ow! It's because you grabbed me and forced me to come here, Date!
Don't blame me, that was Boss.
I'll sue you for this!
You will try.
Oh, come on.
Or, how about this?
I've forgotten how much I don't like Oda. That seems to be the experience of everyone I've talked to about this game. Eva was saying the same thing last time I streamed it. I don't like the fact that he, always has at least one eye most of the way closed. I don't know how he sees.
Get me one of the straws Tessa used, and I won't sue you.
You forgot you didn't like this guy, is that it?
I see Ota is back to his healthy self.
Guess so.
So would you like to explain why you were attempting to kill me earlier? S.
Because
S.
I was scared.
Not a cool S, just a regular text box S.
Scared?
The killer could come here to finish the job.
Could they?
But you didn't get a good look at their face, right?
But they don't know that. I had it prepared just in case. You know what I'm talking about, right, Date? Preparing in advance in case you might need it?
Did Date strike you with the sort of person who prepares for things?
Like making sure your room is nice and clean before you go to a party.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, sorry. You probably don't have any experience with that.
Listen, there's less stuff in this game.
I have more experience than you.
I'd expect. Just knowing what we know so far. So, hook to leg. Ota. None appears to have connected the dots.
Ota, let me ask you something.
Or maybe they're just going like, oh, snap!
When you were fighting the polar bear back at the warehouse, did the crane hook get stuck on the polar bear's leg?
My leg! My leg!
Now that you mention it, maybe it did.
Scratching sick, but yeah.
Maybe?
It's like I told you. I don't really remember much.
You did lose a lot of blood.
With all the tension and excitement and fear and adrenaline, my mind just went blank.
I didn't actually know the conclusion of this game. Once I thought I had all the clues to solve the mystery, I lost interest. Oh,
But now that we're talking about it, I remember.
That is not the face of a man who is accurately remembering something. This isn't LA Noire, so I'm probably overthinking things, but... I have a theory for what the
no doubt
conclusion
about
is. There's something I really want to ask in that case, but I think me asking it would at least implicitly spoil a different mystery game by this same dev, so I will refrain. I love the instant replay we're getting out of this pair. I know, right? It's just... Alright, let's see that in an instant replay. Let's see that in... Okay, come on. Come on, one more time. Just... Wham! Yeah! Watch that all day.
The crane hook got stuck on the polar bear's left leg.
Alright, their left leg. I doubt it was as severe as what we're seeing in Otis Somnium. But there's a non-zero chance a real killer does have a super fucked up left leg.
And then, when the hook got pulled out, blood sprayed all over.
Wouldn't we have noticed that? There was a pool of blood we said we figured was Oda's, but we didn't actually talk to Kagami about it.
Date, I checked all of the hospitals in the metropolitan area.
The culprit wouldn't have gone to this if they didn't have an innocent explanation prepared.
None have a record of a patient admitted after 3 a.m. with a wound to the left leg.
Always check the blood. Yeah, that's what I'm always saying, but does anyone listen to me down at the lab? No, of course not. That would make too much sense. The blood was there, couldn't they test the blood? I mean... I guess we just didn't ask.
If what I saw in Somnium is how it happened in real life, that was a deep wound.
I'm just curious, but are you familiar with forensic entomology? It's not my specific focus, but I'm familiar with the concepts. Like how you can tell bodies' ages by how far along the maggots that get laid in them have matured. Also, like, you can tell where a body has been, in at least broad terms, based on whether or not, bugs have gotten to it to lay maggots, stuff like that.
He definitely would have needed first aid.
Perhaps a friend or accomplice helped them.
You think there are multiple killers?
I hope not. Accomplices are really cheating.
That is not what I said. They may have helped the culprit, but not necessarily been involved in the crimes.
I relayed the information to Boss and Pewter.
So we know that the culprit has a deep wound on their left leg.
I mean, no is a strong word, but...
That information could be crucial in catching them.
Date, get out there. Look for people with an injured left leg.
Alright, we have something to actually look for now. We are making progress.
How exactly?
With your eyes, preferably. Or, well, with your eye. And Iba, as the case may be.
Can't you just go ask around or something?
Are you serious?
Well, since we saw the mother's knife, it makes sense to look for... Yeah, that does track.
Do you know how many people live in this city?
10. Oh.
What?
Oh god, not again. Not again?
Date, what is the matter?
Actually, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, we never did get any real explanation. Sorry, Mono, this is before you showed up, but the last mystery game I streamed was an Ace Attorney fan game by the title of Torrential Turnabout. Come to think of it, like, we never did get an explanation for why the protagonist of that game kept having loss of memory episodes. Like, Nana, am I forgetting something? God, this is gonna bother me now. Rip that guy.
Are you alright?
Yes. Yeah, that's how I feel every time I have to talk to Oda, too. Hello and welcome to the Mitsuda just jumped on Oda for an hour and a half episode. That's a pretty swanky place for just being a guy with a daughter. Good morning.
Hey, this is...
Oh, you're alive.
Mitsuki? What happened?
You drank too much at the club and passed out.
Seems legit.
Liar. I remember everything until I collapsed in the control room.
You did something dangerous during the sink last night, didn't you?
I mean, if by something dangerous you mean I did the sink.
Your brain got overloaded and you passed out.
To be fair, overloading Date's brain doesn't seem like it'd be that difficult.
That's what Pewter and Boss said.
What is Pewter's first name? Is it Calm?
You met them?
Okay, that's 2 votes. That means it's canon now.
They brought you over.
I'm sorry, whatever your parents named you, Pewter, but, you've been outvoted.
They said to let you sleep it off because you were tired from the investigation.
Alright, can I get back to bed? Mizuki's bed. Why were we in there? There's an Adore rabbit. It's Adore rabbit, a stuffed rabbit. Nana, thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. And, alright, here we go. Everybody pray for me. Okay. Okay, totally the wrong hotkey in there, but never you mind. You know, it doesn't look all that much like a rabbit. I gave it to Mizuki on her birthday. It needs earth, wind, and fire when you have water and water and water. Yeah, I mean, come on, earth, wind, and fire in this economy? Why do you think we are, millionaires? Alright, well, look at the large speaker, then. Speakers themselves are actually mostly hollow. Yep, good talk. If you move your... just that one bang off to the side, you would have the biggest forehead. I have school to go to. What are you, an anime? What are you, an anime protagonist or something?
Why? Today's Tuesday, you should have school.
You really can be an insensitive jerk, can't you? Taking the day off for mourning.
Oh yeah, that was a thing that happened, wasn't it? That too.
I see.
There were a lot of barrels involved in that case. Alright. Did our superiors say anything else to you while we were in the area?
Oh, Date's brain is rotting away. He won't last long now.
I mean, you're probably right, but...
You should probably prepare for a funeral soon.
Barrels were the murderer the whole time! Okay, but the whole time, though? Like, the whole time?
So they told you I'm completely fine, huh?
I detect no noticeable damage to your brain. You should not have any issue continuing the investigation.
Where did that little scamp get off to, huh?
He probably went back to the hospital.
Boss told Mizuki about Ota being synced.
Ah yes, Pewter synced me twice last night. It was wonderful.
And about what happened at the cold storage warehouse.
Just Iva just has a full EEG built in. Yeah, like I was about to say, doesn't she only connect to him by like a single nerve? How does she get like half the data she gets?
Why did she tell her all that?
Mizuki was asking about the status of the investigation.
Mated ex-Pewter, no comments.
The girl has lost both her parents.
And she's also got super strength and a martial arts mentor. If she wanted to, she could go become a Batwoman right now.
I am sure Boss felt that she deserved to know.
Maybe that has a subdermal EEG wouldn't be the strangest thing. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Alright, I have to go participate in gameplay now. Goodbye, my child.
Hey, will you take me with you?
I told you yesterday, Mizuki. I won't put you in danger like that.
But you're close to catching the culprit, right?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't know how this route ends. Feel like we're making good progress, but I felt that way in the past.
The killer has an injury on their left leg. Boss said you need to find them. Let me help you.
No, you stay here.
Date, don't you know how I feel?
Her feelies. They do the wheelies.
My parents are dead.
No. You gotta put more feel into it and go like, my parents are dead, or something like that. I used to be way better at that. God, where did my life go wrong? You're like 10, we legally can't take you with us. That never stopped Phoenix Wright. Or Kogoro Mori. or Isamu Kimochi, or Kogoro Akechi. Come to think of it, detectives are very reckless when it comes to dealing with children. Maybe I should talk to HR about that sometime.
I saw their bodies with my own eyes.
Legal systems never stop the legal system, also a valid point.
If I don't do something, I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah, join the rest of us. Woo, crazy people. And she looks at me, and I look at her.
Date, please.
This dope-ass record player. Audio equipment for an audio file. I remember my first mental breakdown. Yeah, everyone remembers their first. Another reason why I like this game pays a lot of attention to character psychology. I guess I'll at least finish a route before I weigh in. I've had some thoughts about that as well.
Date, consider Mizuki's feelings.
Mizuki has feelings. Well, what'll they think of next?
She is lonely. Mizuki has not been with Renju and Shoko for 4 years. But clearly, she still feels a bond to them.
Bond. Familial bond.
A bond that was broken by the murderer. With her parents gone, Mizuki has almost no one. She can only depend on one person now. You know to whom I am referring.
Oh, goodness me, to whom I am referring. Excuse me, madame. Did not realize we were speaking in rhyming couplets. Is this like a choice I can make, or... The entrance? Nope. Alright, the decision has been removed from my hands.
Fine, let's go.
Let's roll.
You're gonna take me?
Yeah.
Alright. How upset is this going to make you?
Thank you. Thank you, Date.
Yeah. I got up, grabbed a towel from the sink, and tossed it at Mizuki.
Here, wipe your tears.
And your face, you little snot.
We're heading out.
Mizuki quickly dabbed her eyes with the towel and smiled weakly.
Date, I must admit, I am at a disadvantage.
What with my lack of limbs and opposable thumbs and all.
The clue that the culprit is injured on their left leg does not help me narrow down suspects significantly.
You're really gonna stretch this out, ain't ya?
We need to revisit the scene. It's possible that we might find the culprit at one of the crime scenes.
Or ask around the city for further information.
Alright, do I want to... She like just washed her face. She's ready. She's ready. She's ready. Alright, do I want to just go and pull the trigger on this now, or do I want to shop around a bit for foreshadowing? I'm not sure myself. Is this Ikme Shrine? Is this even a place? And we've been... The name's not buzzing any memories. In worst case scenario, we could always go to Marble. God knows Mama's the best thing this game's thrown at us all day. Just nervous, because last time we got a massive list of places we could go like this, the game just kind of made us go to all of them, and we walked away with nothing to show for it. I'm gonna swing by Sunfish Pocket first and see if we can't put this to bed at the earliest convenience. Respect your time and mine. Gas, 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 we gotta step on the gas. I know, yeah, no, 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 no. That, does happen. Yeah, it does. Fitted Sunfish Pocket with Mizuki, where Renju was killed. Let's kinda look for any clues we might have missed.
I guess it was a waste of time.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I didn't find any clues.
Doesn't look like there are any clues here. Let's see the kitchen back there, nothing suspicious here. Hey Mizuki, let's go on a field trip to the place your dad died. You know, the medic school bus would have just solved this case in 15 minutes. Made a lesson out of forensics out of it.
Which one is your type, Date?
Second from the right on the bottom row.
Where is this coming from?
Just tell me.
Well, let's see.
This is a totally normal bit to do with your own daughter.
Wow, you're really thinking about it? Disgusting.
You asked.
Names are on display. I'd say the second one from the left on the top row. I see. Date and I are, in fact, exact perfect opposites. I mean, I could have told you that before we came here. Nothing out the window. These jellyfish lights still do not tell us anything. That's upsetting. Doorway to the kitchen. A chair. It looks more like a barrel, but you know. Come on, give me something to work with.
Not really. Because this is where Daddy's corpse was?
I mean, yes, I thought that was fairly obvious.
I told you before, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine, actually. It's fine.
I was the one who said I wanted to come with you, so...
Does this mean we can go now?
Yeah, nothing we can do here.
The girl with the teal pigtail, she looks almost exactly like Hatsune Miku. Anyone who likes Hatsune Miku is big-brained. Anyway, Matsushita Diner isn't even on this list, so I guess the decision has been taken out of my hands. Let's gas, gas, gas. We gotta step on the gas. Alright, hospital. Where are your event flags?
Mizuki!
Oh, there she is.
And Date.
And the feeling's mutual.
Ota, are you okay?
Yeah, totally.
How did you two ever meet?
Oh, I don't want to get in your way. I should head home before I cause any more trouble.
No, not at all. You're fine right here.
No, really, I should go.
Oh, are you sure? Come on, stay a while.
I'm sure that he has more fun with his friends than with me.
Don't you wanna hang out with your old pal Kaname Date? No, like, we haven't proven that yet.
So...
There's a fairly long skirt she's wearing. Mayumi quickly shuffled out of the room.
Thanks, Mizuki.
Huh?
You came to visit me, right?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Obviously.
It would be awkward to admit we are only here for the investigation.
Yeah.
Alright, anything on TV? An LCD TV.
Hey, Date. I've got this video of a lady cleaning a jumbo jet. Wanna watch?
You know his friends don't like him. Damn. I mean, can you blame them? I mean, honestly?
I'm not gonna watch your videos with you, Ota.
It's creepy. Alright, anything to report?
Forget me. Are you okay? You passed out last night.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just needed a nap.
I feel much better after a good night's sleep.
How does a single person clean a jumbo jet anyway? Very carefully.
It sounded like you were having a nightmare. You kept moaning something about Reika. Reika.
Seriously?
It's 'cause you didn't rake the leaves last fall. He's still bitter about that. Spoiled brat.
Seriously.
Seriously. Alright, anything else to report?
No, just what I told you yesterday.
Alright. You know, if you weren't in the hospital, I would slap you upside the head so hard you start remembering things again.
That's how brains work, right?
Like shock therapy?
Whoa, old school. I thought Abyss was more future tech than that.
I mean, sometimes the old methods are the most efficient.
We are, but if it ain't broke,
and the most fun.
You can learn a lot from the past.
I see.
You know how you kick machines to get them working? Yeah, that's that usually works when my audio capture fails.
Maybe you should hit him.
Just gotta put the fear of God in these machines.
No, no. No way.
Ota's pretty energetic for being in bed all day.
He's the type that gets annoying around women.
We've noticed.
So, we still don't know who the culprit is?
I mean, I might.
If you remember anything at all, please, tell me.
Well, maybe that all depends. If you could get me, say, Tessa's toothbrush, it might jog my memory.
Who's your guess for the culprit right now? I mean, I'm saying it's Mayumi because we've got, like, you know, the knife. But I don't think it's Mayumi, for the reasons I mentioned earlier. Looking at it purely from, like, a writing perspective, the most logical suspect would be... Like, as a twist answer would be some... Yes, also this is disgusting, we are all aware. The most obvious answer from, like, a twist ending perspective would be someone else from Abyss, which, at this point, is just Boss or Cuter. Of the two, I'd say Boss is more suspicious just because she has more screen time and we talk to her more. But knowing Uchikoshi, it might easily wind up being more complicated than that, though God only knows, like, what direction in. But that would, I guess, explain how the culprit is able to go through the process of, you know, successfully framing everybody we wind up building a case against, even when it's just pure coincidence that we build a case against them, like when Oda just so happened to see Iris, you know, rolling around in that car. Though that would also imply that there is a way Boss could have arranged for Iris to act as suspiciously as possible, which nothing has really come to mind. But I don't really know. That's where I stand thus far, but I'm not attached to any of it.
Are you really gonna do this in front of Mizuki?
It's fine. Mizuki proofreads the light novels I write. I'm sure she's used to it by now.
I'm pretty sure that's actually illegal.
What are you making her read?
Lots of things, like...
Wait, Mizuki, you don't have to tell him.
The fact that you're responding means it's definitely illegal. Ota's lying down in bed. Anything in your bedside drawers?
I know this is sudden, but I'm brave and smart and handsome, right?
I will chide you on your labels.
A bedside table.
Oi, puns. So, about Ota.
I heard that you fought off the killer and saved Iris.
Chunk.
That's so cool, Ota! You have a wound of honor!
I mean, he's got a wound at any rate.
No, not really. Well, I guess a little. Calling me a hero. It's kind of embarrassing.
Tsuki's going to have so much trauma in life, and yet she isn't affected by any of it. That girl ain't normal, I'll tell you what.
I didn't call you a hero.
It is a good thing Iris was saved, but he's still irritating.
Even more irritating than seeing cosplay in public.
Have you heard about Iris? The nurse was talking about her a minute ago.
You know, the nurse. The one just standing, you know, right over there, just kinda off camera.
That she's still in the ICU? Yeah. Apparently the surgery went well, but she hasn't woken up yet.
Hey, Ota. Next time we should fold 1,000 paper cranes.
Sometimes people just cosplay One Piece in public, Date. Nana, is there something you'd like to share with the rest of the class?
To wish that Iris will get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, put him up. She's so menacing.
We could even make her a life-size crane.
That would be a somewhat troublesome gift.
Alright, have we triggered all the flags in here?
Yeah, let's...
Wait, you two just got here.
Yes, that's about all we can stand.
It's okay. We saw you. Now we can go.
Ota still exists. Confirmed.
We already have Ota's testimony. It is unlikely he has any further useful information.
Thank God.
Right.
Where to now, Date?
Let's see.
I guess we'll swing by the first crime scene. No, they didn't do a car thing this time. That's upsetting.
I remember telling you before. That Bloom Park is an important part of my memories.
The only time I ever really saw my father happy.
Before it shut down, I came here a lot with Daddy and Mom. They fought a lot, but sometimes they got along. Whenever we were here, it was one of those sometimes days. I remember it clearly. I was just a little girl, but it was so rare to see them laughing together.
Yep, love is dead, children.
That's why I remember it so well. I remember riding the merry-go-round like this.
Are you sure that's not the one that your mother's corpse was sitting on? Because I don't think they've disinfected that. No one actually works here anymore.
Mom was standing right next to me. She was holding me, so I wouldn't fall.
And where was Renju at this time? I don't know why we're disassembling this like crime scene, but but I'm sure it will break something.
Daddy was on the outside taking pictures of me and Mom. He was on the other side of the fence with an old camera. Every time we passed in front of him, Mom and I would wave our hands.
In the air like you just don't care?
We sound like a happy family, huh?
Don't worry, I know better.
He must have gotten good pictures.
No, actually. We tried developing them at the park, but they came out all blurry and out of focus. But Mom wasn't mad or upset or anything. She just started laughing. That might have been the first and last time the three of us laughed out loud together.
I mean, they say if you have nothing nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all. And knowing this game's cast, I didn't say anything as Mitsuki climbed down from the horse. Then she asked me something strange.
Hey, Date?
How come hot dogs come in packs of 10, but hot dog buns only come in packs of 8?
How do you define family?
Define it? You mean like being blood related?
That would mean you and I could never be family.
Literally nothing I have seen all game makes that sound like a thing you would be upset by.
Well, I guess that's okay.
It's okay.
This is what I think. A family is a perfectly ordinary relationship in the most ordinary way.
Huh?
Like, you say, I'm home, and you get a welcome home back.
Oh boy, it's the obligatory part of every Mystery VN where characters start philosophizing about stuff that isn't the murder. Love these bits.
Doing those ordinary things automatically, without even thinking about it, is what a family is. That's why maybe me and Mom and Daddy weren't able to be a family. Our whole lives, we never could be ordinary. Even if I tried my hardest to be normal, it would just be awkward. Eventually, I got tired of trying.
Get 2 extra hot dogs in the packs, you can feed them to the raccoons. Oh, that explains it. Thank you, Mono.
I killed them.
You mean friendship music? Do you tell your friends I'm home, be at home? It's like if you live with friends. I wouldn't know. I don't live with friends. Anyway, I knew it!
What?
I killed Mom and Daddy.
Horse. Merry-go-round horse.
I was never a good girl. I didn't listen to Mom. I couldn't do ordinary things. That's why Mom hit me. And why Mom and Daddy didn't get along. And why they got divorced. Then Mom had to start working. And start doing business with dangerous people. If I was just a good girl, Mom wouldn't have been killed. All of this, is all my fault.
It's the loading screen, I can't... Yes, Shoko, why you? Clearly you're the victim here.
Hey, haven't you had enough?
Is she gonna say the thing? Is she gonna say the thing?
Why me?
She didn't say the thing. That's upsetting.
I'm not married, so take this with a grain of salt, but it's not just you, right? Doesn't every family have a tough time raising children?
Our child is abnormal.
Abnormal?
She has 3 eyes and 7 toes.
Ever since she was a baby. No child should cry at night as much as she did.
You know, that strikes me as pretty normal.
No child should dislike buggy rides that much. No child should ask to be picked up and hugged all the time. She's still abnormal even now. Other children would have learned to clean up after themselves by now. They would be studying, going to bed on time, waking up on time. Yet why is my little girl?
A normal human being? The Shoko not know what a child is. It's it's a type of, Mexican dessert, isn't it?
She sounds like a normal kid to me. Maybe the problem isn't with Mizuki. Maybe it's you.
Yeah, you ever consider that as a possibility?
I'm doing more than anyone!
That strikes me as rather unlikely.
Our child is stupid, brain dead, abnormal!
Mom? Is that you?
Date, honey, you can't work her up like that.
If you used protection, Shoko, you wouldn't have had this problem. Yeah, really? Remember, children. No, why, this isn't helping! God, my eye, ow, It's a menu. It has writing on the back. Mama, please provide us relief of some sort.
Hey, Shoko, no.
No, bad Shoko. Bad, don't make me get the spray bottle.
There, I scolded her.
And what do you, the viewers at home, think?
I think she's loaded. Let her get this off her chest.
I don't think I am sober enough to deal with this right now.
Sure you aren't drinking too much, honey? If you pass out, there's no way I can control her.
Mom is polishing the bonito, as usual. As usual. There are bottles lined up on the counter. There are bottles of alcohol on the shelf. See, right there, 1 bottle of beer on the wall. 1 bottle of beer. There is
Sleeping
Mizuki.
at home,
You know that thing you just said she doesn't
not
do?
knowing that her mother is crying her eyes out because of her. I quit my job for that girl. I threw away the career that I built with my own hands.
And what did you do instead? Because it doesn't sound like raising her.
I raised my child at the expense of my own life.
Alright, well, what did I just say? What did I just say, huh? Huh? It's starting to sound to me like you aren't even trying. Honestly, pay some attention.
But one little slap.
Are you hitting your kid?
There's nothing I can do. I have no choice.
What, did Pazuzu, go inside your hand and force you or something? That doesn't sound like the sort of thing you don't have a say in.
I know you should never raise your hand to a child. I know that. But I have a good reason.
Now, please enlighten us.
She doesn't listen to me, so what else am I supposed to do?
Well, that explains everything.
What the hell do you mean, what am I supposed to do? That's no reason to hit a child.
So of course she starts crying.
I mean, yes, of course. She starts crying.
And it's so irritating that I have to hit her again to get her to stop. And Mizuki cries and cries some more. Why are you crying? If you're gonna cry, why didn't you just listen to me in the first place? Then I wouldn't have to hit you. Stupid Mizuki. Stupid girl. It's not my fault. Everything is her fault.
Have you talked to Renju about this?
I'm trying. I'm trying harder than anyone.
You sure sound like it.
Why doesn't anyone see that? Why doesn't anyone understand?
Everybody betray me. I'm fed up with this world. I did hit her. I did. It's not bullshit.
Date.
Yeah, I'll talk to Renju about this.
I can't believe I liked your dumb, stupid bow dress at the beginning. Hey, that bow dress did not hit anybody. That is not a thing that happened. Don't go around just spreading collateral. Sorry, I'm having a bit of an OCD fit with these. I'll have to. No. Sorry, I haven't had a dono for most of the time I've been on stream, so now they're all out of alignment.
What do you mean?
I thought that mothers love their children unconditionally.
Yeah, no.
But some mothers just can't do that. Well, no. Maybe she does love her. But she has a hard time of it. Shoko was never hugged by her mother.
He didn't even drink any of that. He just kind of put the, vertical glass to his lips for a second and put it back down.
Not because her mother wasn't around. She was raised to never develop a sensitivity to affection. No hugs, no piggyback rides, nothing.
And he has the circle ice in his cup. The circle ice. The legendary artifact of miraculous power.
Maybe that's why she doesn't know how to love Mizuki.
It's some shit, I don't know. As I said, I think Shoko only understands business, but she can't fire a child for not following orders. I mean, unless they mentioned earlier in the game that she's also in the habit of hitting her employees, I still think that seems like a bit of a leap.
When an animal raised in captivity gives birth, sometimes it just doesn't know how to raise its young. It's just like that.
It's a human resources violation. Yeah, but this is Japan we're talking about. Mama.
I'm not going to let you set up a joke. Listen to Ren's story.
Oh, come on. Making jokes is all I'm good for, though.
Why are you asking me about raising a child,
I mean, you do have enormous...
Yeah, good point.
Really? You're not even going to say, "Oh no, Mama, you'd be a great mother."
I mean, doesn't your character profile mention that you're non-binary? Would you really be a mother in that case?
When you two are done talking, that's when I'll close up.
Sorry about this.
Alright.
But that doesn't mean she's blameless in all this. Someone has to put a stop to it.
Guess we have to preference at that point. Yeah, I guess that's ultimately what it comes down to.
If I could have, I would have done it a long time ago.
What about counseling?
I did recommend that. She told me, "I'm not sick. Why should I go see a doctor? Mizuki is the problem. Mizuki is the sick one."
Yeah, maybe we should just not deal with all this. That seems like a good idea.
No, Mizuki would never leave Shoko. She wouldn't hear of it. Mizuki and Shoko are practically attached at the hip.
That sounds rather painful. They should maybe get that looked at.
Even with all of the hitting?
Yes. Even if she's abused on a daily basis, even if she's treated like garbage... Maybe... Mizuki is hungry for love.
Don't say those words in that order.
She craves praise and attention and physical affection. She wants it from her mother. That's why she's so attached. I have a company now.
Lemniscate.
And we're at a crucial stage of development.
We're developing this new motion capture technology that we plan to use to debut a sort of virtual YouTuber. Hello, ears. Thank you for showing up today. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about child abuse. You gotta go figure out dinner before a certain frog appears. Enjoy your mystery. I will. I'll see you there. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a bit of a thing. If you or anyone in stream, needs to take a moment to dip, I totally understand. Don't strain yourself for the sake of this little bit of nonsense here. Gulp.
I can't take even a single second out of my day to deal with a kid.
I'm good on Al. Alright, just as long as you're alright. Get unlucky, glad Shoko died. You know, this seems to happen a lot around us. Anyway, yeah, poor Renju. He has to work for a living. He's a corporate CEO. A totally legitimate job with real job responsibilities.
Hey, that's your daughter you're talking about. Maybe because you two can't cooperate on raising a child, Shoko is having trouble coping.
That might be it. Maybe this is partially my fault.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it. You two are both awful parents.
Sometimes you just gotta come out and feel shit like this directly. I don't like Renju, but I like his color palette. Yeah, he's very yellow and...
I knew about the whole thing. That's why 4 years ago, I decided to start taking care of Mizuki. Mizuki, you did nothing wrong.
Mizuki did nothing wrong.
Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. Not one single thing was your fault.
Not even that time when you forgot to rake the leaves. Alright, good talk. Hey, let's go to that place where that lady got her eye gouged out. That was fun. Gas, gas, gas. We gotta step on the gas. I know, you know, we're gonna do now. Kagami, can you tell me anything about this?
This is where Iris and Ota almost got killed, right?
Kagami's not here. This is terrible.
Gives me goosebumps.
You scared? That's rare.
Kagami, you're not dead.
You need to chill.
Date, stop stealing my jokes. Or,
You need to get better jokes.
that was Mono's joke, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, chill, meaning both cold and relax. A pun intended.
Don't explain it, it's embarrassing.
You know, Date spent this whole time using different puns, trying to get Mizuki to laugh for once. I think he's got up to what is it, 10 now? And yet no pun intended. Alright, the way Mizuki's model was jittering earlier makes me really uncomfortable. Let's move on. Ow.
Oh, wait. I remember. It was Kagami, right?
What did you say?
Oh, sorry, my fault. Must be mistaken.
No. No! You're exactly right.
It's a Christmas miracle, Mr. Chat. By the way, I don't think the bong sounds are working. Really, I heard it. Maybe it's... No, I see what the problem is. If I try to fix it right now, it's gonna throw off absolutely everything I've set up. Okay. Remind me to get to that after stream.
Wow.
Wow. Ding.
What's the matter with you?
Sorry, I just get so emotional sometimes.
This is the first time anyone's remembered his name since he joined the Force.
Date, this guy is kind of weird.
You know, he'd probably be more memorable if he ever let anyone see any part of his face.
You're right, Mizuki. Stay away.
Huh? What?
There are a lot of weirdos out there. If you get a bad feeling, trust your instincts and don't get too close.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Hey.
Hey. Oh. So,
This might sound weird coming from me, but don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Date, I'd love to.
Thank you for caring. It means a lot.
They're friends.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I just totally forgot.
Date, sir?
Hmm? What is it?
This is how it's supposed to be. A man like you doesn't have to remember the names of people like me.
Yeah, I'm important.
But we're co-workers. We both work for the MPD. Isn't it rude to not remember your name?
No, not at all. It has to be this way.
But in the end, it has to be this way.
All right, if you say so.
Do you like your line of work? Because I am looking to change.
Well, I don't dislike it. Of course, depending on the case, sometimes it does get pretty discouraging.
But in the end, I get to look at blood and corpses, so it all works out. I'm normal.
But that just makes the job all the more important, right? It means it really makes a difference in the world.
You're a great guy.
You should learn from him.
Do you know why I do this job? What keeps me going?
I'm sure it's an inspiration to us all.
I heard you became a cop so you could steal underwear from the gym and not get in trouble.
Who told you that? I'll show them trouble.
Anyway, am I right about this bloodstain?
No, not so far. Yeah, you're right. Maybe
Yeah, I
in
know.
a previous life
I know I'm right, that's why I said it.
Taro. You must be Taro, right?
No, I'm not Taro.
Are you... Tarota? Alright, Bloodstain,
Oats
tell
was
me your
down around here, right?
Tell me your secrets.
Correct.
The bloodstains there must belong to Ota.
We still have the issue of the knife no one is conveniently bringing up.
Correct.
No, wait. That's where the polar bear's leg was pierced by the hook.
Alright, let's see that in an instant replay. Ew, ksh, my leg! Just keep on staring at it. Come on, one more time. One more time, one more time. It's funny.
Date, I've analyzed the blood. The bloodstain here is not from a single person.
You can just do that. Just only needed a second.
2 different blood types are present. One of them is most likely Ota's. The other...
Of the bear... No, I'm pretty sure you did mean the bear can. I mean, the bear probably had to use the can at some point. Wearing that costume probably made it really inconvenient.
Hey, do you have DNA forensics on that bloodstain?
Of course, yeah. I already sent it to the lab to be analyzed. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Why are you waiting?
Because that blood is from Ota Matsushida's wound, right? I didn't think there was any need to rush the results.
Tell them we need it analyzed urgently. Highest priority. The culprit's blood is mixed with Ota's.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Alright, that's a lead. What do you...
Did it, Date?
We did it. We saved the city.
We're making progress.
If this goes well, we can identify the criminal with a single test. But it might take some time for the results to come out.
Look at her weird smile. She's so happy. It's disgusting.
No point waiting here. We might as well check somewhere else.
Got it.
Alright. Let's jet. Alright. To the Lemniscate headquarters. Maybe they can tell us something about Renju or something. I don't know. At this point, we're just kind of clearing flags out of obligation. Do you like my car? My car. My car. Why did we come here again?
Date, look at that! It's a Hercules beetle.
Wow. No way.
Yay! Hercules beetle!
I'm about getting excited by insects again.
Why is that even here? Mizuki, could you go to the office? Ask them if they've seen anyone with an injured left leg.
Got it.
Zuki ran into the office. Can we take the opportunity to grab something out of those vending machines over there? Do those even work? After a while, she returned, dejected.
Looks like it didn't go well.
No.
Well, good talk. Hey, do you want to talk about your piece of shit deadbeat dad?
Sometimes we would talk when I came over to hang out.
What kind of things did you talk about?
Nothing special. The usual.
Kid, I don't know what that means.
The usual?
Yeah, you know, the usual. 2 number 9s, and a number 9 large, and a number 6 with extra dip.
Are you doing well? Have you been eating right?
Huh. So that's the usual.
Nope, sorry.
Okay.
But I did see a guy who had legs like a horsehair crab.
What? Sounds horrifying.
Look, some people are just born with disorders, okay? No need to be judgy, criminy. Honestly. Alright, can we look
Good
at
idea.
Renju's office?
You might find something important in there.
So can I investigated Renju's office? But I didn't find anything that could be a clue.
Damn, no hits.
Do not be discouraged.
Why be I wanna be discouraged, huh?
Bad days and sore feet are part of the job.
Time to earn my paycheck, I guess.
Man, you're getting paid? Promotional videos of the agency's talent are playing.
Oh, it's Payasi Samba.
Oh yes, Payasi's Samba.
Ah, yes. Payasi Samba. I don't know who that is. Payasi Samba's video is playing. Vending machine full of drinks. And nothing else.
Special. Underground horse racing bets to win big. I'll take that one home with me next time.
Why do you talk like that? Doesn't that hurt you? Alright. Mama, please save us from the drudgery. Is your bar open on Tuesdays? Sure hope it is.
So that's the situation.
I see. Someone with an injured left leg, huh?
Got anything in the fridge?
Hey, Date, are you ever gonna eat those leftovers you're keeping in the fridge?
I'll get to it. Shut up.
Shouldn't leave things in the fridge. That shit's gonna, like, develop some bacteria, mutates. Painting of Saint Sebastian. Yes, it is. It's a poster on the wall. 12 angry bullets. I don't know what that is. Bonus Valcol on the shelf.
Sorry, no idea.
Alright. The wound doesn't appear to be that deep, all things considered. I don't think it would be impossible for the culprit to hide it.
Damn.
Assuming they got it, you know, bandaged properly. Maybe took a bit of, like, you know, took it easy for a bit.
I thought you, of all people, would know something.
I am an informant, but really dangerous information doesn't just come rolling in here.
How many times did I watch this bear get fucking wrecked? Not enough, I'll tell you that much. Let's see that in an instant replay. Bam!
But I promise, I'll keep my eye out for anything.
Please do.
And if I find something...
Alright, what are we gonna have to pay with?
You have to take a bath with me.
Absolutely not.
Oh, why not?
Because you take up all the hot water.
That's a good reason.
That's your issue?
I promise I won't. I'll even take the costume off.
It's a costume?
Mm-hmm. And I look good without it.
I'm sure. Alright, do you know anything about this crime?
I've looked into it, but I still don't have anything useful for you.
Of course you don't, that would be too easy.
The case is still as fresh as a young man's juices.
Don't talk about juices.
What does that mean?
Like blood? Oh my god, Mama's a vampire!
I have no idea.
I never got to tell you, but I think she's very cute.
I mean, she's certainly short.
I could just eat her up.
Okay.
I have returned with food. Congratulations, you have obtained the food. Quest complete.
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I only really want to eat men.
That's also illegal, madame.
Date, what are you making me say?
You said that on your own.
Speaking of food, I haven't eaten. Nana! How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Go grab some food. Go grab some food right now. This exact. Get up. Go away from the stream. Eat something. Probably eat food most. Yeah. See. Mono gets it. Mono knows what's up.
Oh, come on. Isn't a gentleman supposed to cover for a lady's slip of the tongue?
Nana, it's like 7:30 in your time zone. Go eat something. Go with you in the background. Okay, I'll make food. Yeah, go do that.
Who is the lady Mama is referring to?
I don't know, I was distracted.
Don't ask me.
It's time to go? I think it's time to go.
Thanks for the chat, Mama.
Oh, leaving already?
I have an investigation to finish, but I'll be back.
I'll be back.
You are so impatient, even though you take your time in bed.
Don't say things like that.
In bed? What does that mean?
I'd think you'd know, considering that you dragged him into one earlier.
You don't need to know. Let's go.
To the escape pods. Alright, Ikume's Shrine. I don't believe this place has come up in any capacity in this run yet. The only reason I recognize it is because it was in that promotional section they were doing before the game came out. But what it means in this context, I have no idea. Gas, we gotta step on the gas. I know, Alright, hey God, can you tell me who the murderer is? Illegami's starting to restrain.
Why are we at the shrine?
Good question.
Did you come here to pray that you find the criminal?
Yes. I just did that joke, so I guess now I have to live with it.
No, I don't believe in God.
Wow, how edgy teen of you.
Don't call me a teen. You're 12.
You're 12. Stop having opinions about things.
Well, you said that you got the shoulders of a 40-year-old.
That's not even remotely similar.
So why are we really here?
I sometimes
Nana, I
come
know
here
where
when
you're
the
going with
investigation
this,
stalls.
and I will be very cross if you finish it.
It helps me think. Sometimes I even solve the case from here.
This is a nice character moment that was completely unforeshadowed.
This is a quiet, peaceful little spot in the middle of a violent city. It's calming. It keeps all of the bad thoughts away.
I wonder if that Shisa is going to, like, do anything. I don't like the way the camera's focusing on it.
Didn't expect you to be such a poet.
You could at least call me a romantic.
Same thing.
No, it objectively isn't. You know, for someone who's always going on and on and on about how mature you are, you sure don't appreciate the finer things in life. Sad, really.
They're not at all the same thing. It's the difference between someone who's frugal and someone who's cheap.
You're stubborn about weirdly specific things.
You know what Date's favorite number is? He was a poet and you didn't know it. Yes, well... Again, she's 12. There's a Chosia. Hey, Chosia. Wash your hands and face here. Hey, Chosia. This one singular tree. No, all the trees. Alright, tree, tell me your secrets. Tree does not have any secrets. This is horrible. Lantern. Everything here seems fairly straightforward. Look at that rock. So do you still know Kung Fu, or are we dropping that plot point?
Coming here reminds me of when I trained you.
Yeah. It's been a while since we came here last.
I have nothing more to teach you. Let us see the results of your training.
Last time on Eyeball Z. Episode 15, Kaname Date dies in magma.
Begin!
Man, she sure showed that tree what for.
This is on you.
Hey! What are you two doing?
Mizuki! Run for it!
Wait for me!
And that's how we got banned from the local shrine. And the local Denny's.
By the way, whatever happened to those kids who bullied you?
Oh, they're dead now.
Oh, did I not tell you?
No, you haven't said anything about it. I didn't want to pry.
They stopped bugging me as soon as I threatened to fight back. They targeted some other kids instead. They did terrible things. So I broke all their front teeth.
Man. And for some reason, dental is calculated separately from your health insurance, too. It probably cost them a shitload of money to fix.
Jeez.
Hey, since we're here, let's go into the shrine.
I told you, I don't believe in that stuff.
Come on, come on!
Come on. What do you mean? What do you mean? Alright, let's head on in. Just gently move that bell. Alright, it's clap twice, then bow twice, then clap once. You're both knackering it. God's not going to listen. You fools.
To leave this boring place as soon as possible. And you?
It's a secret. When you tell people your wish, it won't come true.
Then why did you ask me?
Because if your dream doesn't come true, mine is more likely to.
Is that how that works?
You're more crooked than a hernia.
Huh? Anyway, where to next?
I'm not sure. We pinged all of the flags.
Hey, Mizuki. Do you think you could fit your hand into the box there?
Hey, Date! Are you really a cop?
Absolutely not. How dare you? A rope hanging from the bell.
Mrs. Bell.
two are getting along well.
Good talk. Once again, I feel like we have nothing to show for like the entire past half hour of gameplay. If there's one major complaint I have about the game up to this point, it would be that. I'm usually pretty permissive of mystery games sort of taking their time. When we
a call from Loss. Shall I connect
go
you?
around during investigative segments because I trust that, you know, they're dropping evidence in our laps. We're gonna need to use all this stuff to find the culprit, but I feel like we got literally zero new information from any of those places. I mean, we did talk to Kagami about the blood stain, but we already knew that blood was there. I'm just kind of taking for granted that we were gonna do that automatically. Anyway. Boss!
No, wait. If I take the call, Mizuki might ask questions.
Are you talking to yourself again? Do you need to go to the hospital?
Game does take its time, but I'd say it's still well spent. I don't know, I've played almost every mystery game I've ever heard of, and I can definitely name games that have done worse, but I also, feel like it could have been done better. I don't know.
Exactly.
There's the phone contact. How long does he have his phone set to before it just goes to answering machine?
I can put it on speaker.
Please.
Date, are you with Mizuki right now?
Yes, what's up?
I need you to come to Abyss headquarters with Mizuki.
What a coincidence, we were
I was just
already
heading
there.
Did something happen?
Yeah, the head office is here. They want to get information from Mizuki. We here at Abyss have her testimony, but the rest of the MPD wants to hear from her.
And what do you want that for, I wonder?
They didn't get anything from her last time. They want to do an official questioning. This order comes straight from the top.
This goes all the way to the top.
We don't have the power to say no. So, please.
Man, that whole Just Say No campaign really didn't amount to much, did it?
You heard her.
I don't want to. I want to keep investigating.
There's nothing we can do. We can't fight the power of the state.
I mean... you could.
You are the power of the state.
Abyss is a toenail on the foot of the state. As far as they're concerned, we don't really do anything, and we don't have any say in what they do. And anytime we get too troublesome, they cut us off.
Yeah. You're the ones who actually investigate crimes. I'm sure you must get regular budget cuts.
Why?
How else are they supposed to afford grenade launchers and tanks and such?
Stupid Date.
Gas, I'm gonna step on the gas. No. Alright. We have now arrived at police headquarters. What do we have to show for it?
Sorry for the trouble.
Don't worry about it. I'm just a slave to you anyway.
Oh, come on. I don't treat you like a slave, do I?
I mean, you kinda do a little.
Just because I sometimes make you lick between my toes?
Why is everyone in this game like this?
Ew, what?
I didn't lick anything.
Anyway, thanks, Date. And don't worry about Mizuki. I told HQ to take it easy.
Oh wow, you asked them politely? Oh, thank God. We're saved.
Mizuki, just make sure you behave and listen.
It'll be over soon, don't worry.
It'll all be over soon.
Besides that, Date, there's something I have to tell you. You have a message from one of the inspectors at the warehouse.
Oh boy, actual progress.
Kagari, Mogami, something like that.
Mogami River. A helpful police inspector at the warehouse. Mogami River. By Yuko.
Kaniza?
Oh, yeah, that's it. A message from Kaniza. He wants to give you some information in person at the warehouse.
Which is our cue to leave you, who I just said I'm kind of suspicious of, alone with a child. I love this plan.
Could he have...
The blood results?
I don't know, is it?
I'll head over right away. Mizuki, be a good girl, okay?
Ugh.
Jeez.
Weren't you just telling us before how you have this whole complex about how you should have been a good girl? Man, you're so helpful. Okay, let's head on over. Man, the sunset's really late this time of year. Really early, I should say. It gets late really early this time of year.
Sorry to make you come all the way down here. But I have the results of the DNA analysis.
Alright. He did in fact get that DNA evidence on our desk by 5.
What did you find?
It's just like you said, there were 2 different blood signatures. One is definitely from Ota Matsushita.
Okay, it would be really concerning if that wasn't true.
Other.
And that's where we're going to end stream tonight. Yeah, I'm sorry to end you on I'm kidding, we're going a bit longer.
Huh?
Well, we got the results, but
Alright, hit me.
we couldn't find any matches in our database.
Well, that's upsetting.
That is not surprising. HQ does not have a complete record of everyone's DNA.
Can hurt you if you do. You try. You're like a foot shorter than me and literally made of jello. You're nothing, Nana.
What now? What now?
Oh?
Do not panic. I have a piece of information I think you should know.
What is it?
I have discovered a suspicious person at your 12 o'clock. 200 yards. He's looking this way.
My god, chat, they're on to you! Everybody take cover!
Person?
People aren't real, that's just a myth.
This guy?
Oh, little Date, time for your medication. I said 200 yards ahead!
There's the inspector. He looks suspicious, but I don't think this is who I was talking about. Hello, Mr. Man. Alright. Enhance. Enhance. And I'm my congressman. You want to do things yourself, how surprising.
That's...
So, Sejima.
To what do I owe the honor?
Don't believe it.
And his leg is all
left
jacked
leg.
up. How convenient.
So, Sejima! Stop!
Right, our eye does have a built-in camera. We should be able to, like, at least prove he was here.
Damn it!
I mean, knowing politicians, I doubt that'll be enough to actually get us
It's
anything.
him. So's the culprit.
Calm down. We cannot yet make that conclusion. He was only dragging his left leg.
But he's been all over this case so far. Shoko and Renju are both in bed with the Kumakuras, and the Kumakuras know So. And not just that. We saw him in Iris's Somnium.
Yeah, that was weird.
Still,
He was making out with a giant naked blue man.
And he has no alibi. No alibi for Shoko, Renju, or the warehouse.
Date, calm down. The only thing we have so far is circumstantial evidence.
God, you people throw that word around like it means something. Most evidence is circumstantial evidence. A literal smoking gun in the culprit's hand is circumstantial evidence. How do people in Mystery World ever close a freaking case with this? My god.
We also do not have any established motive. Why would he kill Shoko and Renju?
I'm looking at a guy who goes around stealing people's eyes. Is really appropriate to be talking about motive?
Why would he cut out Iris's eyeball?
Well...
However, I do agree that So is suspicious.
So why are you yelling at me?
Do you agree with me or not?
I am explaining to you that we currently do not have enough evidence to bring him in. Confronting him now would only result in him denying everything. We need direct evidence.
Direct evidence.
So, like that blood sample.
The criminal's blood from the cold storage warehouse. If the DNA matches So's,
then we can send him so far down the river.
Right.
Thank you, I'm here all week, try the veal.
We need to get So's DNA.
the question is, how?
I mean, I've got a gun right here in my pocket. We could just, you know...
Hey, Aiba.
Kumakura office is a place we know we can go that he has been.
Do you remember when we went to the Kumakura's office Sunday?
Of course. I am incapable of forgetting anything.
Me too. Crazy.
Then let me ask you a question. What was on the table in front of the sofa?
The cigarette butts.
Of course. Oh, cigarette butts, you are the most convenient item in the world. Right up there with fishing line.
So was smoking those cigarettes.
Exactly. And So's saliva might still be on the butts. If we have that, we have So's DNA.
Wait a moment.
Wait a minute.
That was 2 days ago.
The odds that they wouldn't have thrown out those smokes.
The ashtray must have been emptied by now.
But there's a chance. We have to at least try.
I agree.
Never give up. Trust your instincts.
Alright, let's head there.
Let's do that. Alright, we still rolling? We're still rolling. But we're not initial D everywhere, though.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I don't really gonna do this again.
You fucking with us, old man?
Date, don't bother.
I know.
I approached the sofa without saying anything. Now, sofa, tell me your secrets. I looked at the ashtray on the table. But...
Hey, where are the cigarette butts that were in here? Huh?
I think Nana ate them.
The cigarette butts, from when I was here a few days ago.
We threw them away, of course, dumbass.
Where, dumbass?
Daddy, don't you know the people who call other people dumbasses are the real dumbasses? you dumbass.
Why do you care about some cigarettes?
I need them for the investigation of the new Cyclops serial killings.
I see. Just last morning, I heard there was a new victim. I didn't watch it, but I heard something about it being streamed online.
Oh, you're awfully knowledgeable about the internet for someone who looks like a weasel.
Poor girl got one of her eyes cut out.
Not like a literal weasel, not like a metaphorical weasel, though he does look like that too.
I know that, idiot.
Sorry.
And you're here for the investigation?
Yes.
So if I cooperate, he'll help you arrest this guy?
Yes, my goodness. Your intellect is dizzying.
Correct.
All right. Look around as much as you want.
Huh?
That was easy.
You said you were looking for cigarette butts, right?
Yeah, the one So was smoking.
So Sajima. You think he did it?
That appears to be where the evidence is pointing.
No, nothing for sure yet.
Hey guys, where's the cigarettes that were in here?
Probably in the trash in the back, boss.
Bring me the one that So was smoking.
How are you going to recognize that one by sight?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, ma'am, sir. Henchman went into the back room. Oh no, we're trapped in a back room, Zayu. Oh god. I soon came back with 4 cigarette butts in a plastic bag. I used disposable chopsticks to lay them out on the table.
I didn't touch him.
I did not touch them. I didn't do it. It's bullshit. I did not. And so on. And so forth.
Being considerate, I see. But why did you bring 4?
There were a couple of other cigarette butts in the bin.
I didn't know which one So smoked.
MoMA?
I don't remember.
You are putting a lot of faith in these men, Date.
But So cigarette is definitely one of these?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Date, remember the brand that So was smoking?
It was...
Right. He was smoking.
Gambaro, Rookie, Llamas... It was Klein, wasn't it?
Klein. I remember.
Yeah.
So was smoking a Klein cigarette.
I did it.
Correct.
I wrapped the Klein cigarette butt in my handkerchief and pocketed it.
Let's return to Abyss. Pewter should be able to get DNA from it.
Hopefully, if we're lucky.
Got it.
Looks like you found it.
We did it. We're geniuses. Our brains work.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Ah, this was nothing.
You know, Mama, for a scum-sucking, probably mass-murdering in other contexts Yakuza dude, you're not half bad.
Anything for Tessa.
Tessa? Did you just say Tessa?
Everyone in this game is obsessed with VTubers and keeping that fact a secret from everyone else in this game. It's just like real life.
What are you talking about, you Neanderthal?
Hey, you big palooka, you moke. You 10-penny whack job.
I said anything for Tesseract.
That doesn't even make sense.
Shut up! If you're done here, get your ass going.
Oh, he's just a tsundere. It's fine.
All right, whatever you say.
Mama, against all odds, you are among the least unpleasant people in this game. What are the odds? And we didn't get a gas. Again. How upsetting. Oh well. Guess life goes on. Place your bets on which character has worse morals, a simp or an absolute mob. You know, we joke, but I think that actually does check out logically. Give him a VTuber simp? Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? We picked up the correct cigarette butt. So we have the DNA sample, and we found out that the reason MoMA was so helpful with our investigation is because he was, in fact, an ASAT fan the whole time. Who woulda thunk it? Not me, that's for sure.
I'm counting on you, Pewter.
I just want to let you know, good luck. We're all counting on you.
You can leave it to me.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, remember children. No matter how small a VTuber you are, there's always a chance that your biggest fan is actually a mob boss. So be nice to your chats, won't you? Thank you. Sure took the cigarette butt from me.
If the DNA on that cigarette butt matches the bloodstain in the warehouse,
there would be no doubt that So Sejima is our mysterious polar bear.
Can't believe Sejima was a furry on top of everything else.
how long will it take to analyze?
5 minutes.
If I had 6 hours...
You've got 3.
That's totally unreasonable, but I suppose...
That's totally unreasonable. I'll do it.
I will do my best to have this analyzed in 3 hours.
Oh, Pewter. I feel as though I found a kindred spirit in you. Even though you dress like that.
You folded pretty easily on that one.
I want to catch the criminal as soon as possible. That's all.
You're looking at me like that. Pewter got style. That's, one word for it. I guess.
Now, because time is of the essence, excuse me.
You are excused, my good man. If only I could make mates to dress like a JoJo character, that would take so much effort on the part of a poor artist, I asked.
How is Mizuki, by the way?
I don't think... Isn't it true that pewter as a material was used for decorations since it appears similar to silver? That sounds familiar.
They finished questioning her. I had one of the officers take her home.
Didn't they get anything?
She should be there by now.
Good.
So Sejima. I can't believe it, of all people.
Well, you'd better believe it.
We don't know that for sure yet.
Unless it turns out he's a red herring, which given how easy this was, I'm saying is probably true.
But you saw that his leg was injured, right? It's pretty damning evidence.
Don't be too hasty, boss.
You were saying the same thing earlier.
Yes, because we were getting threatened with not being able to question him at all. Can't believe so, he's a politician. I know, right? I thought he had people for this. And a quick look up, turns out pewter is no longer used due to the lead in it, but it also does tarnish. Yeah, it was something along those lines. Man, we used to just put lead in all of our liquid holding stuff, didn't it? What the hell were we thinking? No wonder humanity as a collective is insane.
Anyway, let's wait for the results. That will clear everything up.
That will crack this case. Wider open than Mama's legs.
Yeah, you're right. I hope this won't be trouble.
Trouble?
Should we prepare for trouble?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
You know, telling me not to worry about it's just gonna make me worry about it. Ah. Org. Ouch. Ah, my brains. Oh no. Flip. Free. And then 3 hours passed where not a whole lot happened.
Pewter, is it true? The results are in?
That was easy.
Yes, the DNA I collected from the cigarette butt is a positive match to the blood.
Mono has redeemed the hydrate, thank you very much. 1 second. And we are rejuvenated. Well, there we have it. Positive DNA evidence. It seems fairly straightforward.
Really? It was so all along. He was the polar bear.
Was the... I mean, the only way I can see... 3 minutes to 6. Yep, everybody hold your breaths. Don't actually hold your breath for 3 minutes. That would actually kill you in real life. Anyway, the only way I can see this not just being the end of the game is if the polar bear and the culprits, the serial killer, are separate people. Now that still raises a few billion questions.
He carved out Iris's eye and stabbed Oda. And probably killed Renju and Shoko.
Making Sosajima the new Cyclops killer.
And whatever happened to the original Cyclops killer? How can we know that the cigarette is actually So's? I mean, we looked through every single cigarette that was in their bins, and only one was the brand we saw with our fancy camera eye so smoking on the day we showed up there.
Thank you, Pewter.
Besides which, all the goons have an alibi, if you'll recall.
Don't thank me yet. Hurry up and get So.
He is so done for.
Yeah, you're right.
I turned around and made my way to the exit. Right when I was about to open the door, it was opened from the other side.
Boss.
Boss. Okay, good talk.
Boss, listen. The blood stain in the cold storage warehouse.
I know. I got a report from Pewter.
Well, then you already know. I'm heading there right now.
Heading where?
Where else? To So's house.
Date, I'm sorry, but you can't do that.
What?
It's very nice of you to not emote at all while you're telling me this.
I can't let you get So.
Why not?
Boss, I don't understand.
This comes from the top.
Of course it does.
So and the head office have been tight-knit for 20 years now.
It never could be that easy, could it?
They can't go against So's wishes. It's corruption and bribes to be sure, but there's also some kind of blackmail.
I can't say I didn't suspect this would be some level of a problem, but...
Blackmail?
So knows something. Something that the public can never know.
That doesn't narrow down at all.
If that secret got out, the authority of law would be thrown into question, and the entire police force would be at risk.
I find this incredibly unlikely.
So has something on HQ?
I don't know, does he?
Yes, almost certainly. That's why I can't let you go. Do you understand?
Hell no.
The authority of law is already in question every day. Yeah. No, that's the American law enforcement. This is totally different. I mean, it's not that different, but you know.
I see. Then I'm sorry, but I have no choice but to take you off this case.
Damn it, Dante, you're a loose cannon. Turn in your badge.
Hey, boss, come on. Are you serious?
Has a heart attack.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, is there an echo in here? Chat, do you ever get that feeling of deja vu, the feeling that you're re-experiencing something you've experienced before? It's probably nothing.
You gotta be kidding me!
I had enough. I pushed past boss and left the room. I walked with a confident stride down the hall with no hesitation. I'd made up my mind. I was going to So Sajima's mansion. Got a vigilante arc when, literally this exact second, apparently. I got into my car, turned the key, and slammed my foot on the gas. The gas. We gotta step on the gas.
Date, are you sure you want to do this? You still have a chance to turn around.
I mean, anything's possible.
If you put your hands on So, you will never be able to return to Abyss.
I don't care. I don't want to work for a rotten organization in the pocket of some politician.
Yeah, we have standards. We're totally powerless, but we have standards. Your job's a job. I mean, they've got a point, Date.
When this is over, I'll open a restaurant in Okinawa or something.
Wait!
Oh, should I make it a soba place instead?
Do they not serve soba at restaurants?
That's not what I mean. You have a video message.
The video?
Look!
Mizuki!
Oh boy.
Shit!
Boy, sure is great how they just handed over that child to the people in the pocket of our suspect for literally no reason. You're all so talented. So good at your jobs.
Mizuki! Mizuki!
If that is your real name.
Where are you?
Just follow your ears.
Don't worry, I'll find you.
Right, what here contains any chambers large enough to hold a child? She under the, Well, we can't very well do an investigation without our towel.
Date, not that way! The voice is coming from the opposite direction!
Quit yelling at me.
Date, the hollow space in the speaker.
Yeah, the hollow space in the speaker, I
Perhaps
gotcha.
Mizuki is in there.
Alright. Computer. Enhance. We did it.
Date, hurry! Help her!
I know.
Does she have air in? I mean, we can hear her, so it must be, like, at least decently open. Plus, it is, you know, a speaker. Air is supposed to come out of it. Well, air vibrations at any rate.
Are you okay?
That hurt, idiot! Pull it off more gently!
She's
You're late,
fine.
by the way. I was about to suffocate, just so you know. This is so typical. You're never there when you need to be.
I'm so glad
Just like
all of the
6 months
characters
ago,
in this game
I was
exist.
about to miss the bus, and you...
Actually, stay like that for a while. Huh? I don't believe this.
Well, thanks for confirming that I'm definitely onto something. Alright, would you like to actually say something productive now? Is what I'd like to say, but actually looking at the time, we've been going a while. It might behoove us to save this for whatever our next episode winds up being. Yeah, this seems like the best dropping off point we're gonna get for a while. The plot's really ratcheting up. And also I have to pee, like, really badly. So, this has been quite an episode. We are finally making headway in the case. Question mark, maybe? I don't know, knowing Uchikoshi, I feel like there should be way more going on here than there actually appears to be, but, you know, what do I know? Anyway. Obviously we're going to be raiding Aidisu Paisen tonight. It's her re-debut tonight. I hope y'all are excited. So, next time we will talk to Mizuki, find out what she has to say, if anything, and then go deal with Sosajima personally. So that will be the end of our stream. Thank you all for coming tonight. Please do be sure to take care of yourselves. I would hate for yours to be the next suspicious death I wind up investigating. Remember, the world is only a good place while you all are in it, and other such happy, shiny, glowy, mushy nonsense. And I will see all of you in the future. Bye bye.